So get your questions ready. We'll see you soon. Hey guys, this is Ken Susi here with Fishman, and today I want to show you how versatile the new Triple Play Connect is by showing you how to use it as a MIDI controller right out of the box. So I spent about 15 minutes total attaching the new Triple Play Connect to my guitar by following just a few simple steps in the manual. The Triple Play Connect comes with two cables in the box. One is a lightning cable for connecting directly to an iPad, where you can download the Triple Play Connect iOS app and play with a number of amazing sounds and loops. The other is a regular USB cable, which I want to show you how to use to connect directly to your computer and control other virtual instruments with it. This will work on a Mac or PC as a generic MIDI controller. So right now I'm on a Mac and I just opened GarageBand, which is a free download from the Apple Store. So there's a number of virtual instruments inside of GarageBand which you can choose from. But for this particular demonstration, I basically created a few different instrument tracks with some familiar sounding instruments. If you want the GarageBand project that I'm currently using for this demonstration, there's a link to download it and try it out for yourself. Now, any track that I select will allow me to play the instrument with the Triple Play Connect. So with the installation of Triple Play Connect and then setting up tracks in GarageBand, it was all pretty much easy to do and only took me minutes to set up. If you want to learn more about the Triple Play Connect, please visit us at fishman.com/Triple Play Connect. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ken Susi over here at Fishman. Today we're doing a very special broadcast with Mr. Matt Heafy. If you're watching this right now, you're either watching this on the Fishman socials, whether it be YouTube or Facebook, or our Twitch, or you're watching on Mr. Matt Heafy's Twitch. Matt Heafy from Trivium, that is. So today we're doing a very special giveaway, and this whole month and next month is devoted to doing our partnership series. So we, every day at about 2 o'clock, today obviously we went on at 3:30 due to time constraints and stuff, but every single day at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, we go live and we feature a partner of Fishman's. And today we're doing a takeover, but I consider it to be kind of a partnership as well. Matt Heafy has been playing our pickups for a while now, and I would love to introduce him. But before I do, guys, you could see that there's a whole string over here just going right now. Everyone's saying, "What's up? Hey Ken, what's up? How you guys all doing?" One of you guys was asking, here it is, if the triple play works with Pro Tools, you're gonna get it. Well, it does work with Pro Tools, so you should get it. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna be posting these questions on the actual stream for both myself and Matt. So if you guys feel that you want to jump in and ask us something, even if it's pretty random and not Fishman or Trivium related, hit us up. We'll be here. But now, guys, I'd like to introduce Mr. Matt Heafy.
What's up? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for having me today. Oh, Ken, I think you're muted. Are you muted? I see you talking.
Yeah, sorry. I was muting myself so I wouldn't interrupt your feed.
No worries. No, you're all good, man. You're all good.
No.
Thank you so much for having me. People are getting a different angle. This is normally my fretboard angle, so we've got this one going on as well. I love that we've got the multi-stream thing going. Thank you so much for having me on today.
No, this is awesome, man. And thanks for giving us the time. So this has never been done before, and I want you to talk about it a little bit, but like we are giving away, and I'm gonna show this on the screen right now. Matt Heafy, this is a special announcement. We're doing a custom series pickup set with Matt, and we're gonna give it away. We're giving away a prototype. Right now, this is what you're looking at is the Fluence Matt Heafy custom set. As you can see, it's a black plastic pickup with a great cool gold stripe through the middle, and as we said, no one has this. I don't even think you have this, right?
I do not currently have that. I only have our stunt one, this one. And I was just showing this one off, but as you can see, it's a true stunt pickup. So yes, people are getting it before me, which I like. I think that's great. So we get true quality control testing. It's the same ethos, like I know we're gonna go into a little bit, but it's the same ethos essentially how I went into my signature guitar. I've always felt since you introduced me to Fishman, that Fishman are the best pickups in the world. And it's like, you know what? It's so perfect. I don't want to mess with anything. I want to pay respect to the original and just do subtle little like cosmetic changes, doing that kind of thing and going from there. So I'm truly honored.
Yeah, even though I flash it on the screen, let me show what everybody they could win. Let me show this up. Guys, this is the set right here. This is the Matt Heafy custom series set of pickups. I'm holding the actual set of pickups in my hands right now. So if you want this set, the best way to do it is you may be watching on Matt's Twitch, you may be watching on our Twitch or our Facebook, but if you head over to the Fishman YouTube, there's a link in all the descriptions that Fishman's posting, at least. I'm not sure, Matt, if you're broadcasting the same link, but there is a link over to our YouTube. You could subscribe to our channel, and you can also click the link in order to sign up to win this free giveaway that we will be giving this away by the end of the stream in 1 hour.
Awesome. Yeah, let's definitely get that link in here. My mods will make sure that Fishman, I'll make sure Fishman Music can post that, please. Moderators.
Yes.
We'll get that all good to go.
So yeah, let's start at the beginning before we start talking about your specific pickups. I'm gonna flash a little bit of like product on the front on this right now, but I want you to talk about how you initially found Fishman. What was that process like?
I mean, I had always been going along like. The quest of tone is an endless journey, as all guitar players find. They're always trying something new, trying to find the next thing that gets them inspired, but that also maybe makes their playing feel better. And I remember when you finally said, dude, just test these things out. And I said, all right, I'm going to test the thing out properly. I'm not even going to try it at home first. I'm going to try it live first. Remember, that was at Tampa. Our Tampa show, the first show of I think it was the Trivium, it might have been Trivium Arch Enemy or Trivium Avatar Tour. Maybe. In Tampa. I think it was Arch Enemy. I had it in the guitar. Decided to do the first show with it, just go straight into it. I noticed, the biggest thing I noticed, I told you first, there's no latency when you're actually playing with pickups. But what I noticed is it's like playing something purely digital and then going to something purely analog. I noticed that my timing was better, my performance was better, I was able to hear myself better and stay on time better. Every show we played before when I was using different pickups, especially the first song was the Sin in the Sentence. It's very simple down picking part, but I'm only going off hearing the hi-hat. I was always kind of wavering in tempo. I was like, man, maybe just my timing stinks now. As soon as I switched pickups, it was perfectly locked in. So when I felt that the way I've described it as zero latency playing, although that doesn't quite make sense, like I said, with analog gear, it made my timing better, it made the feel better, and I think it accentuates really the sound of your hands. Because if Corey plays my rig, it sounds different, no matter what guitar, what configuration it may be. But I feel like with Fishman, it accentuates that even further. So when you have the Fluence in, you can truly hear what that person's hands sound like. And I think that's another element of tone that people sometimes overlook.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's the first thing I experienced. When I started playing Fluence, I noticed that I felt like I picked up a guitar, started playing it, and I felt like it was the first time I felt like when I touched the strings, the sound was actually coming out of the amp at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That zero latency thing. Like, it's the same thing as, like, a lot of the plugin suites are awesome, like playing through computers. Like, sometimes that's all you can do, sometimes that's what you got, sometimes that's what you love. But it's like the feeling of when we switched from modeling amps back to real heads again, that's what that felt like when I first started playing Fluence. It's like, all right, I can actually feel the bass response of the music that I'm making versus me just hearing it.
Yeah, exactly. We have a couple of questions coming over here. Actually, there's a lot of love going on. People are writing wicked awesome, as you can see on the screen. I love the mid-range of the moderns. That's great. Christopher's asking, I just subscribed. Does that mean I'm entered to win? No, Chris, please go into the comment section, click the link, and enter to win in this awesome pickup giveaway. Guys, if you're just getting here, I'm seeing that the numbers are getting higher and higher.
I think my channel crashed the competition. They're all saying that it doesn't work right now.
Oh,
so
really?
Just keep refreshing.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll find out in a second, but people are saying I think we crashed the competition. So
okay.
We're going to find out in a second.
All right, guys, let's show everyone what we crashed. We're giving away a set of Matt Heafy custom series pickups. The reason why you've never seen these before is because they are not out, and they will not be out for a little bit. So this is legitimately a prototype. I don't think any company's ever released a prototype as a giveaway before it's been out, right?
I love it. I love it. That shows that, like, the faith in the pickups, the faith in the company, the fact how you stand behind it and I stand behind it. We're like, you know what? I'm not even going to be able to get these.
Yeah.
And so I think someone getting the prototype, part of me is like, you should absolutely use them. Part of me is like, keep that boxed. That's going to be pretty cool to have.
And I'm holding the first set ever. Matt isn't even holding his pickups yet, so he just has the...
All I have is this thing.
That's what we call in the industry a dummy pickup. A lot of guys hold that up on the backwards. The guys usually, a lot of people ask for a dummy pickup. Sometimes we put a little potting in there, and they're like, "Oh, I want a little bit I want my guitar to look like it has two humbuckers, but be light enough to decrease the weight in my shipping when I go overseas."
We should start throwing these out at shows whenever shows happen again.
Exactly.
Instead of picks, I'll just throw out little dummy pickups.
That's how you rep it.
Yep.
But going back to Fluence in general, I mean, yeah. So I mean, obviously you and I met up. We've been friends for a little bit. I asked you to try some stuff out. But did I, as an artist relations guy, give you one set of pickups to try to A/B against something else? Because what I experienced is that when I first tried Fluence, I had one guitar with another set of brand's pickups, and what I was using, and then I used Fluence, and I would, you know how it is, we switch guitars all the time on stage, and you're like, the second I moved over to Fluence, I started realizing that, like, man, this is awesome. And then when I went back to the other guitar, I felt like there was stuff missing in my amp. Did that happen to you?
Absolutely. But what's great is, like you're about to nod to, I believe that everything that has Fishman is consistent. That's why with like all my signatures, another quality control thing I like to do with my signature guitars is I like them sent from the same factory that they're sent to everyone else to make sure I'm playing the same import models. And then once I put Fishman's into all of mine, because I know that the next question, the people that own my guitar are gonna be like, well, Matt, how come mine doesn't have the same pickups that you have? Well, the next model that comes out next year, all my Epiphone stuff, there's going to be 4 different models, 6.7, 6.7, black, white. And then also I'm helping Kramer relaunch stuff. So it's going to be a 6.7, 6.7, black, white, that are all going to have Fluences as well. And then eventually a Steinberger 8-string multi-scale, which is also going to be freaking awesome. That's going to have 8-string version of my pickups. So It's the consistency thing. Yes, every guitar sounds drastically different from the other. It could be the exact same guitar. Sometimes you're picking up a different guitar brand, trying the same guitar. Technically, it sounds totally different. Like I own several Les Paul Customs, and several of them have non-Fishmans. I'll play one, it sounds completely different than the other. And I just was able to put a set that you sent me into my very first Les Paul Custom, like the first one I ever got as a kid, and it's the best sounding guitar that I have now. I didn't try the other makes through you, but I've also been really into like trading guitars with a lot of friends since lockdown happened, and I'm like, well, I'd like to try some new stuff out. So I'm still very devoted. Trivium is everything. All Trivium stuff is Epiphone Gibson. Like all Trivium videos, Trivium Studio, Trivium documentaries, all that stuff is always Epiphone Gibson. But when it comes down to my channel, socials, me just having fun, I'm free to collect whatever, which is very cool that Epiphone doesn't mind because they know how much I love their company. Okay. So I've been able to get a couple Aristides lately, one that has the Tosins in a 7-string. Sounds incredible and incredibly different even than the Fluence Moderns. And then I've got one that has the kill switch pickups, a 6-string Aristides. So I've been able to try a lot of the other ones out. I heard the Keith pickups are insane. You've told me that as well. Yep. I saw him in chat this morning. We were talking about him setting up his stream now, which he streams on Twitch now too, which is awesome.
Nice. I know that you're going to be performing a little bit for us. I didn't know if you were set to go, but
yep.
Yeah, let's play a song. But I want to come back. Think about it while you're playing. I want to talk about when you say like, oh, I'm putting out a signature guitar and I'm working with Kramer. I want to actually dive into that for everyone that doesn't know what that means on the back end, on the business side. So I want to like discuss that. But while you're getting set up, I'll show the pickups again.
Killer.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm good to go. As soon as you're ready, let me know how many songs. I'm going to switch headphones so I won't be able to hear you, so you might have to wave at me. So I'm just going to switch headphones for music stuff.
Do a song. We'll do some Q&A back with everybody, and then we'll do another song, and so on and so forth. But while you get set up, I'm going to announce the pickups. Guys, if you showed up late, we are here with Matt Heafy from the band Trivium, my favorite singer from Trivium. We're doing a giveaway of a unreleased product. This will not be released for some time. This is a prototype. We're giving away a set of Matt Heafy custom moderns. They are awesome. They are gold. They are black plastic. Matt Heafy, you want to rock and roll? He is getting ready. Guys, we're going to take back some of your questions too right when he gets back, so feel free to keep loading up the box with questions. And Matt Heafy is about to perform for us.
Okay, cool. I think we're good to go. All right. If I don't see Ken waving at me, I'm assuming everything's all right. So this first song, and there's my tone, there's all the stuff. This is Catastrophist off our new record, What the Dead Men Say.
That's the means to save us from ourselves, to pull us from the vicious cycles feeding back again, consume and feed to generate, with damage just to liberate, bought and sold before we can even breathe. I feel like we're falling, the life right just out of our reach. I feel like a lapse in the air and getting up to our mates. You're a catastrophe. The one who's come to devastate. Catastrophist. You stole our innocence. You're a catastrophe. The one who's come to devastate. Catastrophist. We never had a chance. How far along before we fade away? So deeply out of focus, but it seems we never can. Deflect deny what flows inside. The poison springs eternalize. Bought and sold before we can even breathe. I feel like we're falling, a lifeline just out of our reach. I feel like collapsing the air and getting up to our mates. You're a catastrophe, the one who's come to devastate. Catastrophist, you stole our innocence. You're a catastrophe, the one who's come to devastate. Catastrophist, we never had a chance. Never had a chance. Never had a chance. Was a bitch to save us from ourselves, support us from the vicious cycles. Feedback again, feedback again. Devastation, you stole our innocence. Devastation, it's you catastrophized. Consume and feed, degenerate. With damage just to liberate. Deflect deny what flows inside. The poison springs eternalize. I feel like we're falling, the lifeline is out of our reach. I feel like collapsing the air and getting up to our mates. You're a catastrophe, the one who's come to devastate. Catastrophist, you stole our innocence. We never had a chance. You're a catastrophe, the one who's come to devastate. Catastrophist, we never had a chance. Never had a chance. Catastrophized. Catastrophized, the being of a devastation. You stole our innocence. Being of a devastation. It's you catastrophized.
Hey guys, that was Matt Heafy playing. Right now, we are giving away a set of his custom series pickups that are not out yet. Guys, if you can head over to the Fishman YouTube, click the link in the description or in the comment section, you can get the chance to enter for this custom series set that is not even released yet. We are back with Matt Heafy. Boom. Excellent song. That's a nice song.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I feel like if I was going to intro my parents, too, to, like, metal, I'd be like, this is a nice song for you guys to hear.
Definitely have a couple good gateway songs. That's absolutely one of them. That's definitely one of them.
That's awesome, because my parents listen to my band, and they're like, I don't understand this, but I'm glad you're making money.
Yeah, a couple of the songs we've got, like, good, like, we'll bring them into the metal. Like, it's crazy, because, like, on my channel, and I've been bringing this up, I'm sorry to embarrass them again, we've got a bunch of people that I normally game with. And I was just thinking, they're probably, like, mid-20s to mid-30s my age. I just assume. And they're freakishly great. We all start at the same time. And then they all go like this. I'm like, one day I was like, how old are you guys?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're 17. Like, several of them are 17, and their brains work so much better than mine. And, like, the problem solving. Like, I was having issues with my voice communications, and then my mod, Salamander Boy, that was his old name. He changed to something I'm not going to read. And he came with a great solution within seconds. Yeah. So I don't know how we got off the topic, but yeah, so he wasn't one of the ones that we were the hook, line, and sinker, but there are a lot of people I've met through Twitch that are like, I didn't like metal at first. I got in through these songs that have a lot of singing, and now I like your heavy stuff too. So that's good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, let's talk about your feed a little bit. Like, I mean, obviously your Twitch channel is huge. What is it that you do? For those that don't know what Twitch is, for those of you that like don't follow Twitch at all or don't even have an account, what can they expect to see from your channel every day?
Well, the first thing, Keith just rated the channel, so that's freaking awesome. Fellow Fishman man, which is awesome. So my channel, the main thing that I do, because like I will get some people that will have heard that I'm on Twitch. They're like, so Matt, you do that whole video game thing, right? And it's like, yeah, sort of. But what I do on my channel, it's about 75 to 90-ish% of the time is me playing Trivium songs to Trivium fans from around the world. And that's what it's been for the last 3.5-ish years. I started 4 years ago, roughly, streaming on Twitch, streaming video games kind of badly. Like, I used to be very good at games, then I picked up guitar. So what Twitch was at first, it's a live streaming platform that was made popular. I think it really exploded with Ninja and Ninja playing Fortnite. What Twitch is mainly is incredible video game players or incredible hosts playing games very well. Band guys jumping in now who love video games, that's awesome. I applaud that. Keep doing both things. But what the main Twitch streamers, they're so good at what they do is because they picked up gaming, competitive gaming, or gaming way more than we do at the same time we all picked up our instruments. So I looked at what Ninja does and I was like, well, I'm never going to be that on games, but I am the best at playing Matt Heafy's parts in Trivium in the world. I'm the best at that, at least. So I'll showcase that, tell people to come on in. And when I started, it was just a way I wanted to connect to our fans even further, because we've never really been a press band with the exception of our second record in the UK only for about 10 months. Yep. And we've only solely been built on the support of our fans. Yep. So I wanted to have that next level. And we played a show in Barcelona one night about 4 years ago, and the promoter was like, hey, we got some YouTubers here. Are you guys up to meet some YouTubers? We're like, yeah, sure, everybody's a YouTuber right now. But we looked their profiles up, like, this guy's 7 million subs, this guy's 5 million subs, his buddy's got 3 million. Like, they're all here? Like, yeah. Met these guys, incredible people, Jordy Wild, Joaquin Pan, and all their bros that all do YouTube and stuff. And afterwards, I said out loud in the dressing room, I was like, I think I should start doing some YouTube stuff. And Paolo looks at me and goes, I think you should do Twitch instead. I was like, I've always heard of that. And I looked into it and just fell in love with the whole platform because I was into games before I ever played music. I was beating Mario 1 when I was like 4 or 5. I'm not exactly sure the age. And it just seemed to make sense. So I started loosely streaming video games, met a couple of people from Twitch HQ who were Trivium fans. And I said, I love Twitch, but I can't stream that much because I have to play and sing this much a day to keep my chops up. And they said, why don't you stream that? I said, no one wants to watch me play the same songs every day. I do vocal warm-ups and play guitar, and they're like, I think you should give it a shot. So the channel really had a turning point then. The next turning point really was when the lockdown happened, people were home. So like, I'm finally gonna check this thing out that Matt's been talking about for the last 3 years. And thankfully it's been whatever our audience needs it to be. It's whether it's their punching bag or their brunch place or their bar or their coffee shop or their therapist's couch or their church or their swimming pool, whatever it is, my channel is that for them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it's a big deal. I mean, you're on it all the time. You put such effort into it, and obviously your stream's fantastic. Just before we were on, you were playing a game with everybody. What game were you playing currently?
It's a game called Among Us. So one of the things I saw that happened during lockdown is like My wife and I never watch serious stuff, ever. Like, we never, since having kids, we're not going to watch dramatic stuff or anything serious. As soon as that happened, the first thing we watched is Chernobyl. And then we watched The Joker. And then it just stays kind of like dark and heavy stuff. Like, what is this? I started looking at where video games started going. When lockdown happened, everyone went from watching these dudes that are freaks of nature at Fortnite or competitive battle royale games. Then I started seeing this game called Fall Guys popping up, where you're these jelly bean people running in an obstacle course of balloons, and that's kind of it. And you fall off or you don't. And I thought that was very interesting because people were so obsessed with watching such technical skill. And then recently, the game that I would argue is kind of maybe not the biggest game on Twitch, but I think it will be, is a game called Among Us. It's basically a mystery board game that you play with your friends. It's 10 jelly bean people, unrelated to the jelly bean people of Fall Guys. 10 jelly bean people, there I am. 10 jelly bean people in a spaceship. You can't talk while doing tasks, and all the tasks are like press a button, match color to color, count 1 to 10, like those things. But what it's all about is the meetings. So during the meetings, you have to figure out who of the 2 out of the 10 of you are killers as they secretly go around and kill people. Now, the round we had just before doing this, my sister and I just happened to be the killers, which was awesome. It was random. And we won. So that's a very good thing. And you risk friendships because, like, luckily our channel is like 99.9% positive. Even like we've been doing a lot of like guest streamer games. I've been getting a lot of my favorite streamers. I love all the different streamers of Twitch. That's the big thing. Like, people that want to get into Twitch, you have to get in the ecosystem and like truly appreciate it for what it is from the inside out. Learn about other streamers. There have been way more musician streamers before I ever came around, before all of us musician band guys have been out of work. There have been way more before all of us. And they're also gamers. So I've been connecting like 2 times a week all my favorite streamers that don't know each other, that maybe my channel doesn't know either, and bringing them together to have games with them, which has been super fun. And I played a couple games with some people that are a little intense that I didn't know, but then once you find the right audience to play with, it's pretty amazing. Like, you can have fun sabotage, murder, mystery fun with the right people. Yeah, well, that was the picture I was trying to just post 2 seconds ago of you. I found this thing online of you, just like you said you were always good at games, so we have evidence of it. Let me see if I can pull this thing I'm not
back.
sure how old I was. I have to ask my mom. I was like 4 or 5 or so. Whenever the first Mario was, I don't know what year that was.
There you go.
Yes, I gotta be between 3 to 5. It's hard for me to tell kids' ages. All I know is like 2 and back because of my kids. My kids just turned 2 today, and that has been a journey being first-time parents with twins while they're both in terrible 2s. Whew. But this right here is bragging rights, though, because you beat Mario. In order to get to there, you had to beat Mario. Get the princess. Yeah, I mean, how old was I? I'm sure. Let's see. Everyone's saying it would have been 1984 or 85. Yeah. Wait, that's when the game came out. I was born in 86. So I'm not sure how old I am. I got to ask my mom.
Yeah, we'll do the math later.
My sister would probably know. Yeah.
Speaking of math, guys, we're giving away a set of Matt Heafy Custom Series pickups by the end of this live stream. So what you need to do is head over to the Fishman YouTube, head in there, click the link in the comment section, or and just literally sign up for this contest. You can win a prototype set of pickups that are not even out yet. So, Matt, we were talking earlier about, there's a lot of questions popping up here. I'm going to pop them up. Javier's asking this. This is 2 questions. When's Matt's updated Epiphone coming out? And right here, Mike is writing, when is your next signature coming out? And will these pickups be in there? Let's talk about, when is your next guitar coming out?
It was supposed to be about 8 months ago, or like 4 months ago, when NAMM was going to be, whenever the heck NAMM was supposed to be. So it was supposed to be then originally, but obviously with lockdown and this bizarre reality planet that we live on, everything is kind of pushed. So last I heard is hopefully first quarter of next year or end of this year. We're pushing for it. We're working on it. We just had the final prototypes approved that were actually created by a friend of mine who's one of my main moderators on Twitch. I've known him since I was 18 years old. Jody, he's run the Trivium World fan club thing since then, since 2005 when we first met. We've got pictures of us back then, but he designed the prototypes, made the PDFs of everything, made the specs, helped like go back and forth with me, like here's what we need to do. The guitar is based off my very first Les Paul custom I got as a kid, down to the weight. Now, weight, I always see, and the only people that complain about the weight of my guitars are male guitar players. All the female guitar player owners of my guitar have never complained about the weight. So all these dudes are always saying that my guitar is too heavy. My guitar is the weight of a Les Paul custom. That's what I want to do. Now for the next model, there are a couple changes, things that I wanted to do, and I will still be using my dual strap even though it's lighter. I'm going to go a lot more ergonomic on the next one. It's going to be lighter, chambered, faster neck. I'm still doing 22 frets on both. I feel like Les Pauls with 24 frets are a little strange for my taste. The 7-string is going to be a slight scale increase, 25.5. I felt like let's just try it. And this one's going to stay true to the 24 3/4. They're absolutely going to have my Fishman MKHs in the 6s, in the 7s, and then eventually the 8-string of the Steinberger that we're going to be making. The first guitar I'm ever pictured with ever when I was like maybe somewhere between 6 and 12 months was a Steinberger headless. So my dad was super stoked about that. He always had his vision was he would have a son who was a Les Paul player. I became a Les Paul player, but then that Steinberger had always been creeping in. That'll probably be the end of next year though.
Nice.
And hopefully acoustic stuff as well with Fishman acoustic stuff in there. I want to see what's up with that freaking MIDI thing that you were doing the first commercial.
that was my next
sick.
question. Yeah,
I want that.
A lot of people are asking about that online. So we put out this great product called a Triple Play. We have the Triple Play Connect and the Triple Play Wireless. I am certainly going to send you one, but you saw what it was, right?
Yes, that was freaking sick. I was gushing over because I've been obsessed with pedals lately, and let me show you something real quick.
Yeah.
Because what I'm dealing with is something that's purposely latent, and yours looks like it's dead on time. So it's the fabled Miku pedal, and
Yeah.
I've been able to make some pretty crazy sounds with it.
Yeah.
Like.
For those of you out there, it sounds like AOL.
It's a lot of crap to turn off. Yeah. But yeah, so I've been like, I was super anti-pedal when I got out of pedals. I was like, no, I'm going to stick to the cleanest rig. I want a guitar rig the size of my iPhone. And now my pedal board looks like freaking Korn's pedal board at peak pedals.
Well, we got to get you the Triple Play, the Triple Play Connect and/or wireless, because it's completely, there's no latency, there's no craziness, and obviously you can trigger any of their synths. With it, we have a great sound library that comes with it. So we got to send you one of those immediately for sure.
That's awesome. I saw that. I was like, that has me written all over it. I'm so about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been this lockdown land. Like it's spawned like a couple fun things, like going into collecting vintage heads. Like I found the original 5150 block letter, the original 5152, original 6534 plus. I heard that Frederick from Meshuggah basically bought up all the TC Electronic Integrated preamp pedals, which is like, that's what people are essentially doing when they put the overdrive in front. Like all bands, like yours and mine, like we've always grown up putting tube screamers in front of some kind of a PV. But that was the pedal, I guess, that started it. And he has been hoarding all of them on the planet. And I managed to find a couple. I had to send someone a guitar. I had to pay a lot of money for a couple. But now I've got like 5 or 6 of those. So I've been collecting like fun, random pedals like that.
Call Andy Williams from Every Time I Die. He always has like a gear hookup somewhere.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, so we were obviously Keith Merrow's watching. We have a few people popping in here saying, Keith pickups are my badass. Have those Keiths in my KM. That's great. That's awesome. And Keith Merrow's my favorite. Matt needs a set, Ken. Yes, I should send you a Triple Play and a set of Keith Merrow's as well.
Yes.
So
Hell
that will make
yes.
Keith happy.
Yep. He said they are your badass as well.
They are my badass. So do you want to play another tune?
Let's do it. Let me think of what we can play, what we should play. All right, I have an idea. We'll play something old.
Cool, guys. So while he's doing that, we're going to be answering your questions. So I'm going to keep sending them along, and we're going to be answering them.
Sweet. All right, I realized I was talking with reverb on. Oops. Let's do... Actually... All right, this is off Shogun. This is Into the Mouth of Hell We March.
got to say, it's not to me that feels willing to seize. Make your way to master grave if you can't fight for each day. To run out the job of death, to run the weak, battering the rest. It runs away from the two capsize. Rolling thunder over shadow like fight. Swallowing right through jumbling guns. Mountain skin even in the deluge. The raps is broken, house is broken. The heart is beating. Ship is sinking. I will try to pull under myself into this life before I die. Suns tomorrow, let's make the blood boil. Make a time count around as the soil. Life is hard, a fucking battle. The time is now when here's your drum roll. To run out the job of death. To run the weak, battering the rest. But was a race, battle to capsize. Rolling thunder over shadow like thighs. Struggling right through down to the gods. Mountain skating even in the deluge. The rods is broken, odds is broken. The heart is beating. Ship is sinking. I will try to pull under myself into this life before I die. If I go before my time, I'll take these words and a more interior life.
All my Fishman friends watching, this is a very good song on the proof of the articulations you can hear of my pickups. Doesn't get muddy.
We crawl out from the wreckage, fingers dig into the sands. Everything we worked for is ripped apart and ruined, drowned deep beneath the dying world. The earth begins to open up. Into the mouth of hell we march. Into the mouth of hell. Into the mouth of hell we march. Into the mouth of hell we march. Into the mouth of hell. Into the mouth of hell we march. March! Now you see the red is ring. Up the fire and bathe. Make a way out of the grave and lick the blood from my blades. Run right from down to the gods. Nobody's getting even in the deluge. Rounds are broken, love is broken. The heart is beating. Ship is sinking. I will try to pull under myself into this life before I die. If I go before my time, then take these words and the more into you. I will try to pull under myself into this life before I die. If I go before my time, then take these words and the more into you.
Guys, we got Matt Heafy from Trivium over here. Guys, just so you know, do not miss out on this awesome competition. We are giving away a prototype set. It's not even released. It's not even out yet. Over on the Fishman YouTube channel, you can click the link in the description. You can totally get the chance to enter to win these Matt Heafy custom series set. Obviously, you can see it's black plastic with gold stripes. And also, not to mention, we need to get you guys to subscribe to our channel because we're going to be doing this all month into next month, all the way up to Christmas. Every day at like 2:00 p.m. we're going to be going on with somebody new. So Matt Heafy, I gotta say, I was saying, like, when you were just playing the end of that, if there was ever a song that you could just be like, oh yeah, watch this, you're singing and shredding at the same time. What's the deal?
I don't know, man. I gotta say that truthfully, streaming this much that I've been doing since that 4 years ago, I have become better at guitar playing, rhythm and lead, singing, screaming, frontmanship, speaking, all that stuff than ever. And it's purely just because I'm always doing it. Like, I think if I were doing something else the whole time I've been doing this, maybe my guitar stuff would have lacked a bit. But it's just this insane amount of practice. But it's not that I'm like the shredder of the universe. It's that I can shred really well on Trivium stuff. So
yeah.
This morning, that was the song that I was like doing technical support in between words while I was playing it. So I was like talking to Keith about streaming, like about what my setup is in between the words while playing and singing.
I love Keith because he was just announcing, like, on his Facebook and whatever his socials was saying, like, he didn't want to punish people about learning how to stream. But he was on with you today, so I
told him, like, any question. I think he's got it down. I'm sure he has it down. But I always say any musician that ever wants to do this, like basically right when lockdown happened and musicians started jumping over, still the statement stands. Anyone that ever has any question on anything, I would love to help, like any kind of streaming stuff.
Okay, well, I want to critique you on your channel. I think there's one camera angle that you're missing. So I think you should take a picture of a Trivium show. Obviously, you guys play massive concerts, but you should get wallpaper as a crowd. So from behind you, it should look like you're the drummer's perspective.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. I like that. That'd be awesome.
Right.
Someone said some weird stuff. They're talking about feet cam for the pedals. I was like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
And then someone just kept saying, Matt, I want to hear your false chord scream. Matt, I want to hear your false chord scream. I don't even know what that is. I don't do that. Stop.
Yeah, literally. So sometimes, like, musicians we just get at it. You know what I mean? We just do what we do, and that's it. There's no names for it. It's just things that we do, right?
Yep. Except for Corey. Corey knows theory, so he knows exactly like every note he's playing, every key he's in. And me, I just kind of wing it. I like the organic winging it, like getting good at feeling things out, because I feel like my songwriting has gotten better too, just from learning and playing other band songs, from everything from Lady Gaga to the Moana song to whatever it may be, to playing horrible pop country, like really kind of like learning the ins and outs of just random creativity. I think it's been really fun, and I think the proof is just my attention span. Like it's so wavering, like most people, I think, and I think that having all this stuff actually helps me. And it actually, because I mean, if you could see all the stuff in front of you, it's ridiculous. Like, there's just so much stuff, so many letters and things happening. Right,
yeah, exactly. You don't. It's like at a concert, you probably just feel relaxed to play and enjoy the concert. But like in front of you, you're watching, people talking to you. You're watching to see if the feed's going. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Well, like, especially when something goes down. So what I did is this entire room now, everything that I'm running the stream is on battery backups.
Yeah.
So if I lose power, I don't lose the stream. And I just finally, so my neighborhood is a 1950s neighborhood, and we're going by 2020 laws. So it took me a year and a half, but I finally got our whole home generator set up. So theoretically, if we lost power even for a week, I could keep streaming. So I have made everything around this, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's a really, really good thing.
See, I think the fantasy for all musicians is you have one of the biggest channels, or if not the biggest channel, but you need a guitar tech. You need to treat it like a real concert. You need someone to come to your house, stand out of sight, and just wait for you to mess up or need a pick or a water.
I have had Ken Andrews, our incredible guitar tech, is also lead guitar player of Obituary. I'd be like, dude, I need you to come by for a couple hours and fix all my guitars, because I just can't do it. So I thankfully do have Ken Andrews in my life to sort me out.
That's awesome. Well, we were talking about all the, your signature series Epiphone guitar. I mean, people are asking, they're jumping in here, are you solely an Epiphone guy? And there was another question about Epiphone in general, but we started to talk about this earlier, but I want to dive into it. A lot of people don't understand what it is about the industry. Like, obviously there's companies like Epiphone that are owned by other companies, and you are helping Why don't you talk a little bit about what you currently do with Epiphone and their whole ecosystem?
Definitely. Basically, like I said, my dad's dream was that his kid was a Les Paul player. So I gravitated towards Les Pauls. I was very, very lucky. He bought me a Les Paul Custom when I was like 12 years old, when I really, truly started showing interest in music. But when I was 12, I also tried out for Trivium, made it in, and I've been in Trivium ever since. So it's kind of the right investment choice for my dad of getting that expensive guitar. I played them. I wasn't endorsed by them. They didn't really have people that, we weren't on their radar. So I played them just because I love them. Was endorsed by one company briefly. I was like, this isn't for me. Went back to Gibson. And then the European department hit me up. They're like, hey, we'd love to actually have you on board. We've heard about your band. And one of the things we were talking about early on was signature guitars. And I knew, even for me, like when I was a kid, I go to music stores, I'd see my favorite guitar player's guitar and be like, oh man, it's $1,200. Like that's very expensive. Maybe I can get it. I'm like, I'm holding. I'm like, this is so cool. This is the same one he uses. Then I look a little higher up on the wall, like, oh, there's the $5,000 model that he actually plays. Well, I set it back down. I didn't like that feeling. So for me, I decided to make, when I have something, the same thing I play is the same thing people are going to buy, is the same thing that I get from the factory that you get from the factory. I don't want to have some other different tiers and levels of my guitar. Obviously, I've done some retrofitting. Mine has the Fishmans. We're correcting that the next model is of the MKH. And then a couple of my live models have the Evertunes, and a couple of my models don't. So a couple retrofit ideas that I like to put on there. So it's this gradual evolution of the guitar. But with Epiphone and Gibson, still, that Gibson price point is too high. I'm not going to go buy a $5,000 guitar. And so why would someone who's maybe 12 through 15, 16, I think of like people that just want to start getting a guitar, they can't afford that as a kid. So I want them to have something that they can pick up early on that could be pro level or entry level. And I feel like that's what my guitar is. And that's what I worked so hard with Epiphone to make. And they've really kept that quality up, because I still get that question, dude, why don't you have a Gibson? It's like, well, would you buy it? No, but why don't you have one? Well, that's the proof. And so it's all about having something affordable. The same thing I use is the same thing everyone else is going to use. Someone asked about the exclusivity thing. Epiphone Gibson, I use for all things Trivium. Trivium on tour, Trivium records, Trivium documentaries, Trivium music videos. That's what Epiphone and I have said. I'm like, I am loyal to you. That's what we do. Now, as far as my channel, socials, I'm free to collect whatever else I want. People have been seeing me posting pictures of that 9-string ridiculous guitar that's being made by Red Layer Guitars in Holland. That's something I want. I want a 9-string because I guess I'm an insane person. I really love Aristides. I got into Aristides through Ishan from Emperor. He's like, you have to check this company out. They're my favorite guitar brand. I fell in love, bought my first, bought a couple, just bought one that's coming in, and I've gotten a couple in trades. So that kind of stuff, like people have been seeing me play other guitars, like, Matt, what about your Epiphone? Well, still working on it. And I still back it, and it's still going to be exclusive for Trivium stuff. But I guess me, just like you were saying about or people were saying about, all right, Matt's playing a solo, but he's also singing, screaming, but he's also engaging chat and paying attention to us and maybe looking at his phone at the same time. That's how my life is kind of divided. So I've got like Trivium, and I've got like my MKH solo stuff that now, like I've been doing like the Witcher song and the Viking song. I've got Ibaraki, my black metal project that's finally being mixed now. And it's all these separate worlds that somehow authentically live together, because I was talking to Ishan, who originally was one of my favorite musicians and became a mentor, and now is one of my closest friends. He's like, it makes sense that you can have somehow that you, Matt, can have this serious black metal record that is very intense and artfully done, but you can also post these meme videos of yourself where you're acting crazy, and somehow the two don't hurt either. And I don't know how that works, but I guess it just does. I like that.
Well, one more question. We all know that you do a lot of jiu-jitsu. Do you ever go through your workout routine on Twitch?
Those were the streams where my stream went from 99% positive, 99.9% positive to about 99.9% offensive. People that don't understand Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that are watching Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, just for some reason cannot handle themselves. They cannot handle seeing two men grappling like that. And I had to stop doing those streams. It was too much work for my moderators. Or, like, I think if I did like striking stuff, there'd be too many coaches. But for jiu-jitsu, I think the people that don't understand, it's not fun for them to watch. Same thing with my favorite game right now is a game called Valorant. It's not a game that our channel likes to watch. So I stick that at the end. I start with the Trivium stuff. I go to Among Us, which everyone seems to love equally. And as soon as I switch to Valorant, people are like, well, we'll see you tomorrow, Matt. Because like that's the thing that I love, but I know that it's not quite for them. Same thing with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But we did stream a bunch of it on tour. it'll either lose interest because people don't understand it, or a bunch of newbies would come and be like, what are they doing? Because it's very, my wife says, I was like, I'd love you to learn jiu-jitsu as a self-defense. She's like, it's too much crotch and face. Too much crotch and face. But thankfully, since lockdown, one of my favorite training partner, we're both very much so into leg locks. So whoever's into jiu-jitsu, like that's the dark stuff, the dark arts. It's funny to me that in a martial art, it's all about strangling people or breaking their arms, that breaking their legs is dirty. So when I found out that there was a darker thing than this very intense martial art, I fell in love with that. Just like when I got into metal, what's the most extreme thing? Black metal. I always want to go more extreme. So I'm really into that. One of my main leg lock partners who's been training a couple more years than me, I consider him black belt level, who's not black belt. We both made a pact right at this pandemic. We're like, let's both not train anywhere and not with anyone else until this thing is truly safe, because he has a newborn. So we train in my backyard 5 days a week underneath a tent in the super hot, sweltering Florida sun 5 days a week. And I've been very lucky to keep that going.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Matt, we have like 5 minutes left with you. What I would like to do is just announce the pickup giveaway one more time, maybe have you play a song, and then we'll announce the winner when you get back.
Sounds good.
All right, so guys, real quick, this is your last chance. Head over to the Fishman YouTube, click the link in the description. There's a giveaway for a pickup set that is not even out yet. It's Mr. Matt Heafy from Trivium's custom set, modern set. And this is a prototype. No one has this in the world. Matt Heafy doesn't even have these pickups yet. You get the chance to get them first. So with that being said, head over to the Fishman YouTube, click the link in the description to enter to win this contest. And please, one of the things that's very important to us, head over and just subscribe to our channel, because we're doing a lot of these giveaways. We have a lot of great guests coming on every single day for the next 2 months. So Matt, we're going to have you play a song, and then guys, we're going to announce the winner right when Matt's done with this song.
Heck yes. Sorry, I see my connection there is going a little bit. Maybe I'm straightening my internet a little bit. Hopefully the audio's still great.
It's too many people just want pickups. That's what it is.
I think so. All right, I'm switching headphones.
All right, cool.
All right, which song to play? So many songs. Damn it. All right, everybody wants to play this song called Like Callisto to a Star in Heaven, which is an incredible song off our Shogun record, our 4th record. But it's become a meme lately that the chorus line goes, hate not. But the Twitch meme has turned it into Big Nut. So we're going to be playing Big Nut right now. Here we go.
Taken forcefully, a thing which never can be erased by time. Since you made your bleed so violently painful, is the kick. Inside it makes you so sick. The blood that drips down your thigh tarnishes virtue lies. Rush from your gun for ships off on you. Your brain and drainating, causing the exile of your life. God for ships off on you. Your brain and drainating, causing the exile of your life. Hate not the flesh that makes me, but see what lies beneath. My flesh and blood will make the stars, my shade boats underneath. Now by forsaken, ghost in the eyes of a web, vanished for all time. Since it made your face so violently painful, is the kick. It's hard, it makes you so sick. A blood that drips down your thigh. Tarnishes virtue lies. Where are your best familiar? Your God force himself for you. We're good and training. Coaching the exile of your love. Where are your best familiar? Your God force himself for you. We're good and training. Coaching the exile of your life. Changed like a stone.
It sounds nothing like Big Nut, Twitch chat, jeez.
Big Nut, faithless that makes it, but secret lies beneath. My flesh and blood will make the stars that shape us underneath. Big Nut, faithless that makes me, but secret lies beneath. My flesh and blood will make the stars that shape bones underneath.
Twitch, you're making me look bad, man. I told Ken about how positive you all are.
Cast out from the righteous life you loved. Vengeance comes out from the skies above. Jury convicted from the one. No, just keep it down until I'm sad. Closer on the earth along the base, where this is a sun falling ground. Ready on to cast his speed to go. Can't recognize all he sees is fear. I am not familiar. We're going to skip some for you. We're being and praying. Causing the exile of your love. We're not best familiar. You're going to skip some for you. We're being and praying. Causing the exile of your life. It's not weakness that makes me, but secret lies beneath. My flesh and blood will make the stars that shape both underneath. Ain't not weakness that makes me, but secret lies beneath. My flesh and blood will make the stars that shape both underneath.
Yes.
Oh, let me switch headphones.
Hey guys, that was Matt Heafy from Trivium performing. What was the name of that song again?
Like Callisto to a Star in Heaven, aka Big Nut, as it's known on my Twitch channel, unfortunately. Corey, one day we were playing our live show streams, and what we do for those at our practice place, we all have our phones so we can watch chat, talk to chat like it's a crowd. And Corey's like, what the hell's this Big Nut thing all about? And then they all told him, and now he knows.
That's awesome. Well, Matt, this has been so awesome. We got to let you go because we're over our time, but we got to announce the pickup set that we have that we're giving away that Matt doesn't even own yet. It is a custom series set of his new pickups that are coming out. We can't tell you when they're coming out, but not for a little bit, and you get the chance to have them first. So we have picked a winner, and the winner today is Carl Man 2112.
Carl Man 2112.
Yeah, Carl, you won the set of pickups. You are the only guy on the planet that has these. I don't
even have them, Carl Man. Pretty cool.
So yeah, you just won the Matt Heafy custom set competition. Guys, thank you so much for watching the feed today. We'll be back on 2 o'clock tomorrow for a regular Fishman broadcast or for our partnership series. We'll be here with Toast and Abasi. I believe we may be giving away a set of pickups, his pickups too as well. So
his pickups are very nice.
Nice. Well, Matt, thank you so much. We're going to let you go,
so much,
brother.
Ken. So good to see you, my friend. You take care, dude.
All right, take it easy, guys.